And welcome back to the Creative Studios podcast. I'm your host with the most, Jordan Mode, and today we're going to have a phenomenal conversation for anybody who's been interested in the live music and touring industry. This is something that you're going to want to grab a notepad for and take some notes. Today's guest is one we've been waiting for quite some time, and I'm so happy we got her here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Vice President of ECCHO Live, the one and only Sharon Lee. Sharon, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, no, this is fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. And what an amazing introduction.
Oh, thank you.
Am I blushing?
No, you're looking good, though. Yeah. Sharon, I know we just met today, and I would love to hear everything you have going on, what's going on with ECCHO Live, and we're going to dive into all that today. But just like before we dive into that, just for maybe people who don't know who you are, would you be able to give a brief background of what you've done so far in the industry?
Yeah, sure. So I'm on the touring side of the industry. I started High Road Incorporated 2016. We're a tour trucking company.
Okay.
So we go out with artists from every size, from clubs on up to stadiums. Originally from the Northeast, and then moved down to Nashville at the same time I started the company.
What part of the Northeast?
I'm originally from upstate New York, but I spent most of my life in Boston.
Oh, I love Boston.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Long enough to enjoy it, but not long enough to pick up the accent.
Oh, fair enough. And plus, it gets so cold up there, too.
That's why it's one of the primary reasons I moved. 120 inches of snow one winter. I was done.
Oh, I don't blame you. I grew up in New Jersey and the Philly, and like we get 1 foot of snow every week, and it'd be like, yeah, walk to school, have fun, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, where here it's amazing. You see a flurry of snow, school's canceled,
The
we're all
whole
home.
city shuts down.
Done. We're done. I love it.
I love it, Sharon. We're so happy to have you here today, and I really want to focus on ECCHO Live, and that's kind of what we want to talk about today. So, basically, I want to start off with, how did you find out about ECCHO Live, or when you were working to kind of get into it? What kind of started the whole process for you?
Yeah, so it was funny preparing for this. I was trying to think back. When I started in the industry, I didn't come from the entertainment industry. I didn't come from the music industry. I actually came from trade shows and conferences.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and so when I started to poke at the music industry, I was very grateful for some people that were giving of their time, that really encouraged me, told me what I needed to know. I'm in tour trucking, and I had done trucking, but I didn't know how different it was.
Oh, for sure.
So I started to just meet with some people, tour managers, production managers, that just started to share with me some insights and thoughts and who to connect to. And at some point, I wish I could even tell you who, somebody connected me with Chris Lyle, who is one of the co-founders of ECCHO Live. It was Touring Career Workshop at the time. Been around about 13 years. And going back, this had to have been about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So when I met Chris, I remember he handed me some stickers, for my laptop, and he told me about a chili cook-off that they were having. And that was really the impetus for our relationship starting.
Stickers and a chili cook-off.
Yes.
Sounds like a good start to a friendship, though.
You know what? And we're still doing it. We had our chili cook-off in January, and we're still giving out stickers.
Did you win?
I didn't. I didn't even place this year.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Brutal. Jeez.
Well, no, it just means we've got some really talented chili makers out there.
I'm going to say, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
My one attempt at chili was horrible. My wife literally threw it out. She was like, no, it's not good.
I will share my recipe.
Yeah.
It's not an award winner, but it's pretty good.
I mean, it's going to be soon. I mean, Creative Studios, we don't have chili cook-off, so you can be a winner here.
Yep, there we go.
So you meet Chris, and Chris is kind of explaining what he does with ECCHO Live, or had it already been established at this
point?
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what made you think, man, I really want to kind of get involved with this? Was it just the people, or was it that interaction with Chris? You're like, I would love to work with this guy. What really was the driving force?
Yeah, it's still the driving force for us now. It was that Chris was just so giving and putting back into the community. He's a lighting designer.
Yeah.
Does amazing work. This was a passion project for him to start this nonprofit. And it was really about building community and giving back. And it started off with the annual workshop, Touring Career Workshop, chili cook-off. But he quickly went right into mental health services.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so ECHO Live has been the front runner of mental health services for people who are touring,
that's so
providing counseling sessions, and we've just morphed from there. And I'm really excited to share. We just do so much more now. Yeah,
I think that's something that is so overlooked in this industry. Like when musicians go on the road and they're out there for months and months and sometimes years,
Yeah.
and it's, everyone's like, oh, you should be blessed to do that because that's amazing. It's like, yeah, they are, but at the same time, they're away from their families, they're away from their loved ones, the normal day-to-day life, and the road really does take a toll.
it really does, and you know that personally.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I'm one of the lucky ones who can do it, here and there and kind of do my thing. But like, I know guys who come back from the road and they either give up the instrument because they're just, I can't do this anymore. It's just too much. And was there, when you kind of dove into that, was there ever a time where you heard someone's story and it just like emotionally just killed you?
Oh, yes. There's been several. And there's one, and I struggle to talk about it, honestly, because it's so close to home.
Oh, okay.
But one of our drivers had a horrible tragedy while he was touring.
Oh.
Terrible. His child was murdered.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, see? I do that every time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that out. I apologize.
I'm not laughing about it, but I should know, not even to talk about it. But, it just, as you would expect, it wrecked him. Mm-hmm. And he, took some time off, and we were just very grateful that we were able to cover for him and that he was able to spend that time with his family. But when he was ready to come back on the road, he was ready, but he wasn't ready.
Mentally, just not there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
that was one of those times that was somebody who really needed, and we really encouraged him to seek out mental health support, which is hard because I think one of the things that I've learned about it that's difficult is when you're on tour, even if you have a therapist that you work with who provides services, they're not licensed in every single state. And I think that's something that we really need to look at. And I know that a lot of people have been looking at that and how we can change that. Because if you're not licensed in the state of California,
you can't help somebody.
You can't. Yeah. Your tour is in California. You can't even do a telehealth if they're not in Tennessee.
It's so horrible.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that I think hurdles that have had to be overcome in the touring industry.
It's crazy too, because I think after COVID hit, like obviously the touring industry took a huge hold, but like that really, I think that was the one positive that came from COVID was everyone realized mental health needs to seriously be like studied, researched, and we need to invest in fixing this problem.
Yeah.
And then even just like I think about my engineer friends who literally were on, unemployment and for months and months and months and trying to like find anything, like if it was a gig they could get where they were wearing a mask downtown Broadway or whatever. It's just crazy. I'm happy that, as a society, we're finally accepting like mental health is real. We need to address it, and it's been bad for a long time.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thing that we learned about COVID. So one of our flagship programs is paying for mental health services. So anyone in the industry, and we've actually opened it up. It also applies to family members of people in the industry. So they can go on our website, fill out a confidential form, and we pay for their first 4 visits of therapy.
Oh, that's incredible.
What was interesting was that during COVID were our lowest numbers ever.
Really?
In covering services. Yeah. Yeah. And just looking at that and how interesting that was, because you would think
that would be the highest.
Right.
So
but
what made you, what do you think it was?
People were home with their families.
Oh, wow.
Right. So so much was shut down. I mean, you could shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
But people started taking up baking, gardening, woodworking. I know I started a patio garden. I mean, everybody, you couldn't even buy cake mix because that's what everybody was. Oh my gosh,
do you remember those days?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was trying to do things, but you were doing them with your family because you were all in it together.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the components that I think we're missing maybe still a little bit on the mental health piece is therapy's great. And there's a lot of tools there that are necessary. And we've been working, ECHO Live has been working a lot on some of those in terms of how to integrate yourself back into your family when you're off the road.
Oh, wow.
And how to stay connected when you're off the road or when you are on the road. But family is so important. And so we have to find more ways for us to stay connected
Oh, for sure.
as a family while people are touring. You mentioned one of the tours that you were on, sleeping in a bathtub.
Yes.
And and while that sounds awful, the reason for it was because so many of the band members and the other people and crew had their significant others on the tour with them, which is
Yep.
so important.
No, it is. And I think anytime someone, like one of my bandmates, when I'm in a band, like they're like, hey, is it cool if my girl comes on the road? Absolutely. Or like, hey, can my son come for a weekend?
Yeah.
Why not? Like,
Yeah.
let him see what the life is like. I mean, it's not great. Like, I brought my 65-year-old dad on a couple dates with us, and he's in the back, he's got knee problems, and he's like this, and he's like, this is really how you do this? We're like, yeah, man. That's
Do you
how it rolls.
appreciate me a little more now, Dad?
I'm doing big things, okay?
Yeah, I mean, there's some artists out there that are very blessed that can have a family bus,
Yeah.
and that's amazing.
And
But rare.
those are the things that I think we're leaning towards more. I think, like, I've seen a lot of younger bands nowadays who are investing in getting like an RV and this and that, like all instead of maybe going out and doing these tours where they're in a little van and like barely making it. They're like, why don't we spend some time, build some money up, and let's go get that van so when we travel, we can actually go do it for a while and sustain ourselves. And
Right.
I think we're kind of seeing a shift in the touring industry, and I think it's for the better in a lot of ways. Having that ability to take family on the road is going to
Right.
become way more normal than it has been, at least for the
Yeah.
last 50 years.
Yeah, or giving them an opportunity to be with their family. I know a lot of tours hit Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
and they build in time. Some of the tours that we've done that have come in, actually, we had one last night. We have a tour in town last night, Empire of the Sun, and they had a couple extra days built in, so they got to spend time. And some of them had their family come in and hang out and spend some time in Nashville. And that's become kind of a typical thing where if you can build in those extra days and allow your crew to bring their family in to have a mini vacation, it's fantastic.
I mean, come on now. Imagine like your dad's an engineer and he's out in, let's say Cali for the day, and he's like, hey, you want to come out? I got a day off tomorrow. We can go surf together or whatever, go drive around. Like, more of that in this
Sure.
world, I mean, the touring industry in itself is already grueling as it is. Like, there needs to be that sunshine to the rainy day,
Right. Agreed.
Oh, that's so
Agreed.
cool.
Yeah.
I do want to ask, since COVID kind of has died out and now we're kind of getting back into I would call it the new normal. I don't know what we want to call it. You let us know in the comments what you think that is. But have you noticed, especially with ECCHO Live, have you noticed anything significantly shifted on your guys' end, like when it comes to like wants, needs, or desires when it comes from artists, engineers, producers, or has it a lot of been the same?
I will say, I think, and this goes back to the heart of what Chris started, that I think since COVID, we were so starved for community that we've really re-embraced that it's really come back. We did a name change last year. So we were Touring Career Workshop for years, and it really didn't embody what we were doing anymore. So we started to look for what would be a good representation of what we are now. And ECCHO came out of that. It's education, community, connection, health, and opportunities. And I think that's the thing that came out of COVID more than anything else, is how important it is to build your community, to have your friends, to have that support, to have people who are encouraging you and your cheerleaders on your career, or, propping you up when you're falling down. And I think really that's the biggest thing that changed coming out of COVID.
That's such a good point. I mean, I think about every day what I do, and I'm like, I couldn't do it without my wife. I couldn't do it without my family.
Amen,
And I think I feel bad for the people who don't have that type of connection, and they're out there touring, and maybe like the closest thing they have is maybe their dog, and that's great. And if they can bring their dog out with them, awesome. But, I think we as a society kind of forget how important community is. Yeah, you can go do it on your own, but why? Why do it on your own?
Right.
Right. They always say, what is it? You can succeed by yourself, but it's always better to succeed with people, that you love around you.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I really subscribe to that so much.
Yeah. I love that you mentioned dogs.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I think half of our drivers have tour dogs.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and it's awesome. We actually we're talking about we're going to start a series on our social media called Tour Dogs.
Stop. You got to make that a podcast. That'd be awesome.
Oh, I don't know if I could.
Bring an art, an engineer and their dog in, and they talk about
Yeah.
their dog. Dogs road stories. Oh, come on, that's awesome.
Stories from the road.
I would totally listen to that podcast. Just saying.
Well, I think that I know a studio where we could record it.
Just saying. We'll give you a free couple hours. It's cool.
Done. Tour Dogs, tune in.
That's the official announcement, everybody. No, I'm kidding. So, and do you live here in Franklin?
I do.
So how do you like? Because you mentioned living in Boston, and how long have you lived in the Nashville area now? Has it been since then, or?
It's been 10 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So do you? How do you like living out here in Nashville? And I know a lot of people say it's the 10-year town for artists, where it's like, or just anyone in general, like it takes about 10 years to make it here. I don't really subscribe to that, but I feel like Nashville always has been a city where, well, at least for me, it was. Anytime I felt like I was ready to just be done or give up, it was like something was drawing me back in. Like whether it be a new opportunity or a friend is there next to you going, hey, the next step's coming, and then you get that phone call the next day. Just curious what your experience has been here in Nashville so far.
All right. So I'll tell you, but I'm going to say the caveat. We're done. We're full. Don't move here. There's no more room. There's no more room. I commuted for a few years before I moved down here. I was looking at starting my business, building it up. What would that look like? My daughter and I sort of tag teamed and entered into the industry together.
Really?
She started at Belmont as a music business major the same year that I was starting to really.
Oh, that's amazing.
We kind of fell into it at the same time. She tells people I followed her to college.
Oh.
It's a little true.
So is she doing it because she wants to follow in her mom's footsteps?
So she's doing it. She graduated
that's so cool.
7 years ago now. Yeah.
Good for
so she's a
her.
concert promoter. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is she here in Nashville or is she elsewhere?
She's here in Nashville right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's been here since graduation. She's maybe relocating to New York, but
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I think, and from being from the Northeast as well, we were the frozen chosen. People were cold. The weather was cold. It was just a cold place to be.
Oh yeah.
Grew up there, lived most of my life, and you could walk through the grocery store and you would kind of see somebody you might know, and you would all of a sudden become very interested in this box of rice.
Yes.
Because you didn't really want to talk to them.
Like, please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Yeah.
And then I started coming down to Nashville, and I'm in Kroger, and before you know it, I have a new best friend, and we're going to get wine.
Everybody is so kind out here. It's
They're
so true.
kind,
Yeah.
and it's such. I feel like the theme today is community, right? But
Yes.
But it's such a community, and you have that sense. I had more friends here after commuting here for 2 years than I had back in Boston.
Isn't that crazy?
It was wild.
Yeah.
And every time I came to town, I would land, I would go to dinner with somebody, I'd have 3 coffee meetings a day. It was crazy.
It's funny you say that because every time I fly back up north and I'll go into a pizza shop or something and I'll be like, hey, thank you so much for everything. It was amazing. Because that's just what you do in the South. Anytime,
Right.
Anywhere you go, you just say, hey, how you doing? Everyone gave me the dirtiest look. They're like,
Yes.
Who are you? Why are you talking to me? I'm sorry, just
What is
saying
wrong
thank
with
you.
you?
Yeah. It was a good pizza. I'm sorry.
Excellent pizza.
Yeah.
Excellent pizza.
It's just so bizarre because that was the first thing I noticed when I came out here too. Is just everybody's so nice, and and I
Yes.
thought it was fake for a minute because in Jersey, if someone's being nice to you, they usually want something out of you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, why are you being so nice? They're
Right.
no, we're just saying thanks for coming in and checking it out.
Right.
It's
There was a phrase when I first came here, Nashville nice, and it wasn't necessarily a good thing, but people did say it's going to take you some time to really establish yourself. People will be Nashville nice, meaning
Yes.
they will give of their time, they will take the coffee meeting, they will engage, but they're not going to work with you.
yes,
That's Nashville nice. And I listened to this great podcast last night, Jefferson Fisher, and he was talking about the difference between nice and kind.
oh okay,
And there's a difference.
there is, yes,
There's a big difference. And Nashville nice is a thing for sure. But people here are genuinely kind.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's never been a day where I was like, hey, I want to go grab coffee with somebody. Someone's like, here's my schedule, let's go do it. But like again, you're right. Hey, let's go. I'd love to work with you sometime. Here's my number. They never get back to you. It's
Right.
It's always one of those things. But I think that's fair. I mean, someone kind of compared it to LA, where it's like, if you have a buddy that lives on South Side and you live in like, I don't know, Venice or whatever it is, or up in Vinoise, it's like you're never going to see them again because they live an hour from you with traffic.
Yes.
So I feel like Nashville obviously is a way smaller city, but the mentality is a lot of the same, where it's always like, yeah, I kind of have my schedule. I do what I do. I have an hour a day at night to hang out, and I'm not driving across town.
Right.
But I respect that because that's just how life is, you know? And no, I think it's a really cool point. The reason why I asked was just because there's always a different perspective when people move out here, because some people come from so many different areas. Like we had a guy on the podcast. His name is John Wisecarver. He plays with a girl named Leilani Kilgore, and he told this story of how much he hated Nashville when he first got here. And he's like, I'm never coming back. I hate this place. And then he's like, somehow I've lived here for 10 years now. Just Nashville.
Has his attitude changed?
Oh yeah, he loves Nashville now.
Good,
but yeah,
good.
It was a great episode. But like, it just shows you. I mean, I'm sure it's the same way for people who live in Austin, or same way people live in Atlanta or anywhere across the country. It's these cities that have creatives. They find if there's like something about it that's so different, and like especially a guy who grew up in the New York City area, who used to go there all the time, played shows out there. You know, New York has its vibe, and it is what it is, and Philly has its vibe, but Nashville has such a unique vibe that it's almost like oozing with creativity and buzz every time you walk a corner. And I've never felt it like this anywhere else in the world.
And if you want to do something, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
That was the thing that blew me away, where I felt like we just didn't have that in New England. But you come down here and it's like, not only do I have something to do, I have to decide which one I want to do tonight, because there's so many things.
Going on.
And, you can go to a singer-songwriter night. You can go to a coffee shop. You can go. There's always something, which is amazing.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. And especially like it's good stuff too. It's never just like you're gonna go there and there's like, I mean, yeah, you go to a writer's round, there may be 5 people there, but that artist on stage is probably the best artist you've ever heard. Yeah. And she's probably been doing this for 30 years or whatever it is. And you're like, oh my God.
We flew in last night. I was on vacation. We flew in last night. And walking through the airport, Nashville airport, and for y'all who haven't been here, walking through the Nashville airport, we get off the plane and the restaurant right there has somebody singing and playing guitar, who is amazing.
Yeah.
And then you keep going down the terminal, and there's a Tootsie's who has somebody singing and playing guitar.
Isn't it crazy?
That's
there's a
amazing.
Tootsie's in the airport.
And we got and then we got all the way to baggage claim, and there was somebody playing a guitar and singing who was amazing.
It just blows my mind.
So if you have nothing to do, hang at the airport. Be entertained.
Get there early.
Get a seat right up front. I mean, everywhere you go.
It's just music.
It's
everywhere.
great.
And I think that was something that we had on our last episode. We had Chris Martinyago, who was an A&R guy, came in here, and he talked about how Nashville is no longer necessarily country music city. It's music city. That's right. And I think that's so accurate. At least the last 10 years. I've been here for almost a decade now, too. And it's like, when I first got here, I was like, well, you better learn how to chicken pick and play a banjo and know your harmonies. And I'm like, okay. I started studying it up, and then first job I got here was a rehearsal studio, and 99% of the bands I was working with were rock acts, metal, and rap. And I was like, where's all this country music people keep talking about? And it's changed so much. And for any type of artist that is considering wanting to move to Nashville, I mean, there is literally a part of the city for you. And whatever genre you may love, there's a section for black metal out there. Just telling you. I mean, and that's what I think.
It doesn't sell real well here.
Yes.
For somebody who actually, we tour a lot with death metal and K-pop. Yeah. This is not the town to perform, but you're welcome to live here.
That is a good point too. I think a lot of people think like, a lot of the bands I hang out with, we always talk about when we come in, we're on the road and we come into Nashville. Oh, it's gonna be this huge homecoming. We're so excited.
Yeah.
And then you're playing, you go to play at a venue out here and maybe like, 30, 40 people show up. And I think Lizzie Hale said this best, and she was like, Nashville's an amazing town to be from, but not to play.
That, you know what? That's brilliant.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
because she's like, if you travel outside of here, you will literally, you say you're from Nashville, everybody wants to talk to you. She goes, but you
Yes.
play in Nashville, no one cares. And I'm like,
No,
that's
they
a
really
really
don't.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah, we toured with an artist last year who sold out Madison Square Garden
Oh, wow.
and then had to downsize here from the arena down to I was Nashville Municipal, and they couldn't sell that out. So it just depends. Yeah, it just depends
But that's
on
also,
the genre.
yeah, genre, like time of year too. I mean, like I remember I saw the band Wasp at Ryman,
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago, and it was the week before Christmas. They hadn't played in the U.S. in probably 20 years, and it was sold out. Then
Yeah.
I'm like, I took my wife last year. They came to the same week. It was like the day
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving. There was maybe 55 people in the Ryman, and I was like, this was sold out last time I was here.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
yeah, I ended up getting like front row for the show. I was like, this is amazing, but at the same time, like, where is everybody? And everyone's
Right.
like, everyone's on vacation. No one's got time for this,
Yeah.
And I think that's also the thing too. Is like time of year. What is your tour billing? There's so much that factors into it.
Well, plus if you think about it, when artists are coming here and our so many of our residents here are in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're coming here to play, everyone else is on tour.
That's true too. Yeah.
So
Or working, or
Yeah.
like that's a good point too. Yeah, like half of this town is industry people, so it's
Right.
like they're already doing their thing, and if they're coming home, they're like, man, I don't want to sit at a bar. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and that's fine too. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Echo Live has we have a couple of different programs where we build community, and one of them is called Day Off,
Okay.
where once a month we do something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a networking thing, but it's a very chill. And it sort of I'll tell you the impetus for it was with our focus on mental health. Community was really important, but we don't always want to sit in a bar.
Oh yeah.
That's not the best place
It's not the
always
healthiest
to,
environment. Yeah.
right? Especially if you have issues with that. So we were looking at ways to connect, and what happened was some of my friends in the industry, we would find ourselves all in town at the same time. We're like, what do you want to do? Let's go to the zoo. We'd go kayaking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Echo Live started a day off. So every month we get together and we do something. And it could be anything. It could be a cornhole and chili cook-off.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we've gone kayaking. We're going bowling on Monday. If you're in town, Monday, going bowling. But what's interesting is you know what to time and when, because when we go kayaking in August, 4 people showed up,
Okay.
which I was one of them. But what was amazing about that is it was 3 people I had never met before.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So it was great. But then when we have our, cornhole tournament, 70 people show up because it's January
Yeah.
and no one's on
Everyone's
the road.
off the road. Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of time the bigger events for when we know people are going to be home.
Oh,
But
that's awesome. No, I love
Yeah.
that so much. Like, yeah, and especially that builds the community. Maybe people who are always on the road and they're like, I don't know anybody, and hey, let me go check this out, and then
Yeah.
they make a new friend out of it. Like, that's so cool.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break with this awesome conversation with Sharon Lee for a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the Created Studios podcast. We got Sharon Lee here of Echo Live, hanging out, talking, amazing conversation. Before we dive back in, I just wanted to say a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, FUTUREBEAN Coffee. Every day I come to the studio, I always have a cup of Joe in my hands. If you're in the Franklin, Tennessee area or down in Orlando, go check them out. They're in your local Walmart. Honestly, you can't start your day better. Move over, Duncan. There's a new coffee in town.
I just met Jack, the manager here.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice
Hooked
guy.
me up with some lemon shortbread. Pretty amazing stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is the chocolate chip ones because they add a little bit of salt on top of it. I don't know why. It's just perfect.
Disappointed he didn't offer that one.
I'll have a word with him later. So, Sharon, we've had an amazing convo today about mental health in the industry, just like what life is like for people off the road and on the road. Echo Live is such an amazing, I'm so happy you guys are doing this because
Yeah.
there needs to be more organizations doing stuff like this, and I'm just happy you guys are around. Which turns me to my next point. What do you guys got going on now, and what are you guys planning for in the future?
Yeah, man, we are just everywhere right now. So it started off with mental health counseling. Excuse me. um, has really morphed into so much more than that. We are providing counseling on site at festivals.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have therapists that come in and work with any crew. They can sign up right on site. We've been at Lala. We've been at Bonnaroo. We were at CMA Fest.
Oh, wow.
Austin City Limits is happening right now. Yeah, so that's been a big program for us. I mentioned Day Off, which is our once a month gathering here in Nashville. We just started, for those in the industry that know what a day off is, you also know what a one-off is.
Yes.
Yeah. So we just started what we call one-offs, which are last-minute get-togethers to do something random. So usually our day offs are sponsored.
Yeah.
But one-offs are, you'll find out about it about a week in advance or less. And if you're in town, come on. And we had one a couple of weeks ago. We toured the new Rock Nashville Hard Hat Tour.
Oh, cool.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
I've never gotten to do it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. Let us know. We have 2 board members there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So we're doing things like that. Our big event is our workshop, which is happening November 11th.
Okay.
Last year was incredible. We had over 400 people in attendance. It's a free workshop for a crew.
Oh, wow.
All levels. We have students that come. We have experienced production, tour managers. We have a lot of vendors that come in, and yeah, it's amazing.
And what does the workshop kind of like talk about? Is it more just like what like opportunities there are on the road, or like what is it about? Yeah.
Yeah, so we host different sessions throughout, and it really varies. It touches on everything. One thing that we've seen over the last few years that we bring back year after year is financial discussions.
Okay.
So it's a really big part of mental health, really.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So we have sessions that talk about financial health, how to budget, how to
Oh, I love
plan,
that.
how to get health insurance.
Which is harder than you think sometimes.
It really is. It really is. We have some sessions. We have one coming back this year called Getting the Gig.
Okay.
We have people on the panel that are in positions of hiring and
that's
telling
cool.
and sharing with how they started and then also how they look for people. We've had some amazing people on that. David 51 Norman out with OK One Rock right now. Cindy
Okay,
Lauper. She's out with
yeah.
Cindy Lauper. Zito from Green Day has been on that panel.
Wow.
And so
Okay.
you're really hearing from
The best of the best.
the best of the
Yeah.
best, encouraging you and sharing how to get that gig and how to put your best foot forward. We have a leadership panel this year. We have one that's focusing on women in leadership. I'll be the first one to tell you, man, I hate women's panels
Why?
because I just feel like we're, I feel like we just want to be looked at for our accomplishments, not for our sex. And as a female business owner, that's how I feel about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
People will say, what's it like being a woman in trucking? I'm like, I don't have nothing to compare it to. I've never been a man in trucking.
Or
so.
it's like, why was it like to be in trucking in general?
Right.
Yeah. Why
Right.
does it matter? Yeah.
So we are doing a women's panel, but it's called Follow Her Lead. And it's about the unique things that women bring to leadership.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so that's actually really exciting and different. So we're not doing necessarily a contrast and compare, but we're just saying what do we innately have as women,
Yeah.
where we tend to lead with a little bit more nurturing and compassion.
That's fair. Absolutely.
I don't think I've ever told a driver to rub some dirt in it.
He'd probably be grateful if you did that. He's like, you know what? Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. He may respond better to that, but I'm usually like, "Oh, are you okay?" So there's a difference in how women lead. So
Absolutely.
yeah, the sessions are incredible, but we also build in networking and connecting time.
Okay.
So it's a great opportunity to meet new people and get involved in the local community.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let me ask one last question on ECCHO. Let's say 10 years from now,
Yeah.
we're looking at 10 years. What would be, for you, what is the ideal vision, like where you could see ECCHO going, and like nothing would make me happier if this is where ECCHO was in 10 years.
Oh, wow. What a good question. So the last couple of years, we've really pivoted, I think. We went from a much smaller board to a much more expanded and diverse board. We're up to 17 board members right now from all over the country, and we represent all different components from legal to educators to financial people to production managers, tour managers, vendors. And even though we have that component of people coming in serving on the board and coming to our events from all over the country, I'd love to see another location.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think that there's other places that we could develop some presence, whether it's Atlanta, LA, New York, something like that. Is it in the vision? Chris is probably just hearing me say this for the first time.
He's like, that's a good idea, actually.
but one of the best things, and one of the things that I really appreciate about Chris's leadership is we're always looking to get ahead of the curve and see what's next. We don't want to follow behind necessarily. We were first in mental health. I feel like we were probably on the cusp of really recognizing the financial component of mental health, and we've been really digging into that lately. We're working on building up. We work with a lot of students and people who are new to the industry, but we're also looking at developing some educational and community connections for those people who are a little bit further up but want to get a little bit further up.
I love that.
Yeah, so the people that are like that 5-year mark.
We're looking for that next step.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Exactly.
Sharon, you are doing so much cool stuff. Like, I could talk to you for hours.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
This is great, especially when I talk about ECCHO. Love it.
No, I actually, again, I didn't really know much about ECCHO before you came in, and I'm so happy we got the time to sit down and talk about it, because it's so cool what you guys are doing, and I'm grateful that you guys exist, especially for the people who are on the road all year long, and like they have a place they can turn to when maybe times are getting tough or times are good, and like they're looking for, a sense of community, and just never stop. That's like my biggest thing is like more of this in the world, less of the bad, and
we just have an incredible team. It's a very board-driven, volunteer-driven organization, and it's we wouldn't be able to do it without everybody that's really come behind it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And last question I got for you before we wrap up today's episode, for anybody out there who's really trying to get into the live touring industry, and you gave a lot of opportunities for people like, hey, if you want to get into this, we have options. What would be like a piece of advice you give to them? Like, hey, I want to run my own nonprofit, or hey, I want to get into the live touring aspect of the industry. What would you say to them? Like something maybe you wish you knew going in.
I'll go again. I think we'll just have to go back to connections. Don't be afraid to ask for the coffee meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, when I first started in the music industry, I did not know anything. And there were really probably 2 people that were really instrumental in introducing me in. And I had coffee with Ryan Lampa, who was Toby Back's tour manager for years, now runs his own nonprofit, very successful nonprofit that ECCHO Live has partnered with. But he took the time to sit and have a cup of coffee with me. And I was like, okay, why are tour trucks different?
Yeah.
What makes them different? And he told me. And what do you expect? And how does this work? And who actually hires trucking? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What's a dance floor ramp?
That's a good question, though.
It
yeah.
Is. And I was and he made it so comfortable that I was not ashamed or embarrassed to ask the questions I didn't know the answer to. And I think that's one thing you'll find is that if you're willing to ask the questions, people are willing to answer them. And I mean, everyone you could think of. Marty Hom. Do you know who Marty Hom is?
I don't know him, actually.
Marty Hom was our keynote speaker last year at ECCHO Live. Marty is tour manager for Rolling Stones, Fleetwood Mac, Olivia Rodrigo. Gosh, you name it, his hand is on it.
I love that.
He's incredible.
Very
Chapel
cool.
Roan, you name it. And, Marty's just a text away.
I love that.
And we just met. We met at an event, made a connection, exchanged numbers. Last year I texted him. I was like, hey, so-and-so recommended that maybe you'd be willing to be our keynote speaker at ECCHO Live. He's like, absolutely.
Oh, that's so cool.
Of course. Yeah. So making those connections, don't be afraid to ask. Come to anything. just show up. ECCHO Live has events all the time. Join in on a workshop, join in on a webinar, make some connections there, sign up for our social media. And if you don't know anybody, show up anyway. We're not cliquey.
Yeah.
We're just,
I'm actually going to be probably signing up for a few of these afterwards because I'm just curious to see what you guys do on these webinars.
We
and all
still
stuff.
have bowling shoes available on Monday night.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
in. I love bowling.
Yes, let's do it. Eastside Bowl Monday night.
I'm in. Oh, I love Eastside Bowl too. What a great venue too. Sharon, if people want to find you or like want to learn more about ECCHO Live and like what you guys are doing, or maybe sign up for an event, where can they find it all on social media and like website wise and things like that?
Yeah, so ECCHO Live, 2 C's, ECCHO Live.com, ECCHO Live on Instagram. All of our social is ECCHO Live. Sign up for our email list. You'll be the first to know. Sign up for our social media. Everything gets posted, and especially the last minute stuff. And, while we try to accommodate everybody, we do sell out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's good
and we
too,
keep everything very affordable. We get sponsors for all of our events. They're either free or under $20.
See, come on, that's the best.
Yeah.
Come on now. Who doesn't want to have a good time go bowling for less than $20?
Exactly. And make some friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here for this episode of the Creative Studios podcast. Sharon, thank you again so much for coming in. I feel like I learned so much about you and learned so much about this side of the industry. And you or family here, come back anytime if you ever want to come in. Or actually, I would love to have you here to do maybe even a keynote here. Like we could do like a class, and that'd be amazing.
My first thought when I walked through was, day off. We have to have a day off here.